Hi, we're reading a new chapter now of Bokuben. This is 131. Sometimes their X is flexible. And we arrive at Nariyuki's house. Senpai has just opened the door to a horrific scene. Richan's friend, rival, unrequited lover, name forgotten, is lying in a pool of what appears to be blood. Nariyuki is being held back by Rizurin. Really no idea what's going on here, which is of course the intent. But Senpai is looking disapprovingly. The two of them looking shocked. And yeah, that's looking like GG. Now my guess is okay. All right, what's going on here? Let's break this down a little more. She's writing something in the blood. I don't know what the heck it says. Me, hi. Is that me? Is that ha? Is that e? I have no idea. Um, now I'm gonna guess that it's like ink. I'm pretty sure like her pen exploded or something, which is kind of actually it's hilarious that they're making a joke where the pen ink looks like blood, even though in real life those things are obviously very different colors. But because the manga is black and white, the reader and then therefore like the other characters are going along as if it looks like blood. You know, I don't know. The idea of like the way that color manifests itself in black and white, I think, is quite interesting. Two anecdotes I can share. One is about the movie Psycho, the famous shower scene where she gets stabbed repeatedly. Spoilers, I guess, but come on, if you know anything about the movie Psycho, you know that this happens. She's in the shower and they stab her, and then there's a very iconic scene of the blood swirling the drain. So that blood is actually green. When they were filming it, they found out that using actual red liquid, something that looks like blood in color, when it was shot in black and white, really didn't look that much like you would expect blood to look. I guess it was maybe too bright. So they used this green liquid instead, which on black and white actually looks like blood. I thought that was pretty funny. My other anecdote is kind of the opposite. When filming Stanley Kubrick's Doctor Strangelove, there's a scene where, well, there's actually quite a few scenes. There's this recurring location of the war room where all the president and all of his top military brass are sitting around this gigantic table. And this is actually based on a real room in the Pentagon. And apparently, the first set dresser brought out this table that had like blue cloth on the top, like a blue velvet or whatever surface. And Kubrick was like, no, it has to be green. I don't know, maybe I have the colors wrong, but it was one color. And Kubrick was like, no, I did set research. The table is actually green. And they were like, it's a black and white movie. You can't tell. Like, you can't know. And he's like, oh, but I'll know. So he made them get a new table so it was the right color. Okay, anyways. So I'm guessing that's what's going on here, that her pen exploded or something. I don't know what's going on with Nariyuki. His leg is still in the cast. I don't know how to zoom out either. Okay, well, that was fine. Yeah, okay, all right, let's see. A little while earlier. Stretching, shoulders all stiff. Senpai is coming, sure, wanna take a little break. Oh, she breaches this topic. Of course, that's the joke that is always made when someone is complaining about their shoulders. Nariki almost repeats it. Okay, it's gonna be one of this type of chapter, and then the fact that Senpai showed up, of course, our token Petenko? Yeah, Petenko? That's the term I'm looking for. I have to admit, we've been studying a lot and not moving our bodies enough, but my foot is injured. Ah, so this gets them into this yogic exercise, stretching out. Ruka recommends it. Cool. Yeah, I think this is a great idea to stretch every once in a while. Especially when you're getting into kind of like a flow state. It can be very easy to ignore the signs and signals that your body's trying to send to you to say, I'm uncomfortable. If you keep doing this, you're gonna cramp, or you're gonna atrophy, or you're just going to be sore all over. So get up and move. You're not going to hear those signals if you're like unfocused and just sitting around. There's nothing to really distract you from it. So I think you just have to set timers. You have to make yourself get up and do it, even if you don't really feel like it. Stiff in the beginning too. Stick with it. It pays out. Oh no, yeah, she's at total right angle as well. Her friend is doing quite well. Naruyuki's doing okay, but she has not broken the 90 barrier yet. Whoa, she's like really flexible. Oh my gosh. How is this even possible? Sekijo, that's her name. I'll try to remember. Sekijo. Coach, I like the sound of that. Oh, that's nice. If you do it that stiff, you might find it more effective to do partner stretches. Ah, so this leads to that aspect of the situation. So I never had a friend to stretch with. Aww. So I've done partner yoga before, once with my friends. I am very tall. I'm 6'6". My friend is of much more average height. So it was hella awkward, but a pretty fun experience overall. There's some pretty funny pictures. Okay, so they're helping each other stretch. Oh boy. So maybe it's not the pen exploding. I think it could be the good old-fashioned arrow nosebleed. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yes, yes. Ah, yes. Yes, yes. Okay. Well, it was blood. So all my comments about it being two different colors that look the same in black and white do not apply whatsoever. But I'm always on the lookout for things like that. I'm always on the lookout for jokes that only work because the manga's in black and white. Because to me, it's not like I'm trying to call out the author, like, hey, the character would know the difference. It's just very funny. I think it's just like a very funny source of humor. And that noticing that just adds this extra little dimension to it that I just, to me, elevates the comedy. Okay, so Senpai arrives. She's probably getting involved in the stretching too, because this is quite a fan servicey chapter. I'm gonna guess she's on the super flexible side. My nose won't stop bleeding, so I better head home. Breasts, I mean, goodbye. Why is her nose bleeding? Come on, Naruyuki. Were you too poor to afford manga through your whole childhood? Yeah, probably you were. Okay, so their bodies are warmed up, but Senpai, who's a doctor, or training to be a doctor, has noticed these symptoms in situations before and may make an inaccurate diagnosis. Oh boy. Yeah, and she hasn't fixed her shirt yet. She might not even be aware. You seem to be getting really friendly. You're like having a pretty good time together just now. Am I wrong? So Naruyuki, of course, trying to explain himself. But Richan, full on. Yes. Whoa, good for her. That's actually quite exciting. I like this emboldened Richan. I like this transformation she's had in that wonderfully introspective arc where she learned to kind of stop hating herself so much. And she can more now own these aspects of herself. Yeah, I have a crush on this guy. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's actually a wonderful and exciting thing. So why wouldn't I kind of lean into these situations? It was great. It really took my mind off setting. Yeah. Different experience levels, and at first it was kind of awkward, but then it felt so good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Has Senpai extremely misunderstood the situation? Wow. Wow. And Naruyuki with the soul read. Are you angry about something? I think she probably is a little peeved, but for reasons that she won't admit even to herself, of course. But she buried it pretty deep there. This kind of nondescript. Wow. But yes, there's a misunderstanding afoot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Kicking his broken foot. Oh. It really does seem like she's angry about something. I like this running gag that Furuhashi is the love expert. Furuhashi will teach him the ways of a maiden's heart or whatever. Hmm. But he has some sort of relation. Senpai. Could it be that you're jealous? Are you? Wow. Narayuki, I am shocked that he would go so far as to say something like that. Now, could there be a more charitable reading to his words that I'm not thinking? Jealous that we stretched and had this fun study break before you even got here, maybe? But I think Ogata is parsing it the way that she is. Are you jealous of our intimacy? That's going on. She just could have just told us. And yeah, this is the exact sort of teasing that she does to Narayuki, right? I'm pretty sure she's done even exactly the, oh, are you jealous one before. I wouldn't tease you about something like this. I care about how you feel, senpai. Oh my god, the ambiguities of the Japanese language! Too much dropping! Too much dropping! There's too few words in this sentence. You can't just use it. Okay, alright. So then this happens. And then before she knows it, they start stretching. See, this is just it though, right? There's all these scenarios that come about not just because Narayuki uses ambiguous language, but because he uses a level of emotional drama and is just like so invested in these situations that it's only reasonable to continue on with the misunderstanding, right? Like normally, if you think that the situation has occurred, you guys have stretched, your friend hasn't stretched, your friend is jealous that she missed out on the stretching session. You wouldn't go about it with this, I wouldn't tease you about something like this. I care about how you feel. You just be like, oh shoot, did you want to join in too? We can do another round. It's fine, right? You'd be pretty casual about it. Um, so this is another kind of typical MC quirk. I think that comes up in a lot of harem series, an over dramatization that can lead to misunderstandings. This sort of gag played out in series all over the place and with all sorts of different characters. But with Narayuki, I think they do a good job because this kind of quality is deeply embedded in his character. He takes things seriously, especially when it comes to other people's feelings. If he thinks someone is sad, that's like a big deal to him, and it doesn't matter how trivial he thinks the reason for it is. It's the fact that he inadvertently made someone sad that he feels like he has to really meaningfully atone for it. So I don't know. I'm even though it's so silly, it's so stupid. This kind of misunderstanding plot. It's fine with me. Yeah, she totally misunderstood. You're jealous because when you're in school, we didn't have time to stretch with you. And this is kind of a nice callback too to Sekijo saying, "Ah, I never had anyone to stretch with as a kid," and it kind of being like a sob story. Now they're projecting that onto senpai. Yeah, nice, good. Yeah, that's fine. That's good writing. Sure. Interrupting your study time with that nonsense. In the end, were we wrong about you being jealous? Oh my god. Rizu, this is cool because like this is showing that her studying is paying off. She's actually understanding people's psychology a lot better. It's a fly, a little fruit fly. Because here, I don't think she's misunderstanding at all. I don't think she was misunderstanding from the start. She knew exactly what kind of jealousy Senpai was exhibiting. And now she's teasing a little. Oh my gosh, this is like third order layer of mental modeling of other people and understanding of complex social psychology. Good job, Ogata-san. You've changed, you know that? Yeah, I think you've changed too, Senpai. Become more approachable. If that's really true, it's some moron's fault. Yes, it must be some moron's fault. She's so, oh my god, she's leading into it so much. She's become such a little brat. I love it, I love it. This sort of character development doesn't actually happen all that often in harem series. Even though you would think that that's like the ideal genre to do this sort of thing. People are lazy. So, even though it's been stretched out over 131 chapters, and most of those chapters are just nonsense, moments like this, they really make you appreciate. And the fact that it's so spread out, it's not just laziness on the part of the author or wanting to keep the series serialized in perpetuity for a long time. It's nice because you really grow to become affectionate towards the characters, and then you see these payoffs over long, long periods. It's very satisfying. Okay, a nice chapter. Let's look forward to the next one. Bye bye for now.